Yeah. Get this thing in here. Hold on a second, lad. I'm trying to. I don't know why this thing ain't starting on here. I'm sorry. You try to sit. I'm trying to. Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday.
That's right.
Welcome to the Dollar Hour. This is your boy Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. Okay, cool. Got that together. Now the Instagram, it wouldn't allow me to do. There we got it. Okay. There we go. Okay. Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Dollar Hour. I am your boy Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. Sorry for being tardy to the party, but it's storming out here in Metro Atlanta. Your boy had to get to the studio, and I had to stay safe. So
that's right.
Came from Clayco all the way here to the west side, and I had to go about 40 miles an hour in the rain.
You know what? It wasn't raining when I left work.
Shit, that rain, boy. Well,
it was coming.
It made where it came.
But it wasn't raining.
Man, shoot. What my great grandma say, devil up there beating his wife. Beat the shit out of him.
Ain't that when the sun is out and it's raining?
Sun in the rain. Now, that was my great grandma used to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he beat the shit out of him.
I thought when the sun was out and it was raining, that's when the devil was beating his wife. Am I wrong?
No, that's a rainbow.
No.
I ain't never heard of it.
When the sun is out and it's raining, supposedly that's the devil beating his wife, and those the tears of his wife.
No. I don't know. That my great grandma said, clearly me and Lab with
right. We weren't paying attention.
Two different nursery books. Two different ones.
We weren't paying attention to that part of the conversation.
Man. Look, I'm super excited about the night show. The night show, we're going to go back down to the 101 series where we talk about legal essentials for business startups, legal essentials for startups. Mm-hmm. Because so many times, people come to me all the time, hey, D, I need this service done. Hey, can you help me out with this or that, from an entrepreneur or business perspective. And there are so many things from a structure standpoint they haven't got together. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times people, when they get into business or start businesses up, what they usually do is reach out to somebody they know. They have a business already established. Hey, man, how do I do this? How do I do that? Mm-hmm. The person will tell them, and they'll go by that. Right. The issue with that is, number one, you don't know if that person's stuff is really together. Mm-hmm. Number two, you don't know if the things that they've done to get that business set up is going to be applicable to what you need to do.
That's right.
Number three, you still don't necessarily know if you still missing or have additional steps that you need to add to your business. Mm-hmm. So tonight's show, we're going to talk about, legal essentials for startups. Things, if you start up in business, you need to have set up for your small business. Let me make sure I got everything squared away before I get to ripping and rolling. Again, this is the Dollar Hour. I am Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. We streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. The main hub is the Mr. Short Dollar YouTube channel where we talk about personal finance, entrepreneurship, investment, and something else. Management. We'll say management.
Personal finance.
Real
estate. Investment.
Hey, y'all.
Entrepreneurship.
Listen. Your boy was out last week. I went, I'm the treasurer for the 100 Black Men South Metro. We had our national conference in New Orleans, Louisiana last week. We had it at the Riverside Hilton. And man, I had a blast.
So you had a ball.
Yeah. And I had I did a live. I don't know if you guys caught it or not. Live every day I was there. Because it was from June 4th through the 8th. And again, that's the national conference. I'm a member of the 100 Black Men of America, the South Metro Atlanta chapter. And we had a good time, a lot of information share, a lot of fellowshipping, a lot of new stuff, and a whole lot of New Orleans. Who that? Hey, I get it. You're a Falcon fan. Hell yeah. Come on in.
That's right. They got that ride.
Oh, yeah. But it was cool, man. I had a good time. Had a good time. And I learned a lot, man. I met a lot of cool people, man. But your boy bear with me, y'all. With all that said, give me a second or two to get my
little fogginess.
Show host.
So you did go live from down there, right? Like
yeah, every night.
Okay.
Not every night, like every day.
Okay.
Not the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I didn't do anything to Saturday because Saturday was kind of like I didn't feel like really doing because it was more sort of afternoon stuff.
Okay.
But it was pretty cool, man. Really cool. Like I said, very insightful. Went to all the entrepreneur sessions. Sometimes you go to some of them things, you learn a lot. But sometimes you it kind of helped me be like, damn, man, you know what? Hell, I'm further along the damn 99.9% of the damn room.
It gives you motivation too, right?
Yeah, it make you, so I'm probably my harshest critic, but that probably had a lot to do with my success.
Yeah.
But just sometimes looking like, okay, boy, you're all right.
Yeah.
But it was real cool with that. Hopefully next year I'm gonna campaign to get on some of them damn panels. God, I know more shit than most of them people. Yeah,
right.
Put my poochie hat on now.
Right.
I know way most of these guys. Shit, you paid them.
I guess I don't want to say hate it, but don't you go like, man, I know how to do this better than them. Why they ain't ask me?
Well, what stick with me is not that I hate on it, because I'm always cool for getting opportunities. I felt that people, it's just like we had a show. When you blessed to know certain things and you can help people, it kind of it's so much stuff getting missed because people are giving. I think people are giving what they can give at their level, and you can't take over nobody's stuff. Right. But there's so much more you can add to it if you were there. The only on you try to get yourself in position. That's why I got a YouTube channel, right? And everything. That's why like I had the video a couple weeks. Focus more on what I got to do, right? With other folks, right? So I just need to try to do what I need to do to get in there, because there was a lot to be added, and it's not a knock on them people, because that's who was chosen. You need to figure out how to get on that, Pooch. So
that's true.
That's how I look at it. Just shut the hell up and find how to do it. But great experience, experience, man. So I'm super excited about that. But I've been playing catch up since I got back, man. But before we get started, I want to say what's up to my house producer, DJ Lab.
What's going on, brother? Thursday, rainy Thursday.
Yes, best day of the week.
But best day of the week, most definitely.
Man, absolutely. Also to my other producer, Sleek 316. What's up, Rick?
What's on, Rika?
Before I forget anything, guys, again, tonight's show we're talking about legal essentials for startups, things startups need to get from an infrastructure standpoint. We're getting that business. Again, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. The main hub is that Mr. Short Dollar YouTube channel. So if you do have to leave, and you need to go back, you can always go to the YouTube channel, leave a comment, and I'll make sure I get back to you in about 24 to 48 hours. Also, guys, feel free to leave your comments. You got any questions or concerns, leave your comments and everything on there. We'll get to you. And also, you want to call in, add to the conversation, you got a question to ask. The call-in number is 678-740-9894. Again, the call-in number is 678-740-9894. Okay. With all that said, guys, we start talking about legal essentials of startups. You got to protect your hustle. You got to get legal from the start. We want to make sure that when you do your business and you get out there, because far too often people that get started, they got the business going. You got your pressure washing. You're doing your landscaping. You're doing your painting. You got your cake baking and all that stuff. Then something happened. And a good example of this, I like going hanging out in East Atlanta. Okay. That whole area over there is cool. East Atlanta kind of like trying to get 6th Street in Austin, kind of like how the old Buckhead's be, but it's just like all these different bars connected.
Virginia Highlands, like kind of.
Yeah, kind of like that, but it's more scaled down with that. But it's a cool area. Okay. Long story short, there used to be tons of food trucks and food carts out there, right? Food stands. And then all of a sudden, they were gone. What happened? The business owners in the area called like, hey, man, look, we paying y'all ass these taxes and these licenses. How the hell these folks just pull up their truck and put a tent out and now they selling stuff? Right. Now, the food they selling is delicious. Right. And they have all kinds of success. Now, I think there's enough business, foot traffic going around there to cover the food, the little food stand and also the restaurants and bars. But the issue of it is one person paying, the other person another one not. Right. And that's the kind of thing about it. So if you sit there and look at it, like, hey man, look, just get in compliance. Go down to the city, see what it costs to get a food truck license, to be a food vendor, to do that.
But let me ask a question though, and I'm sorry that I mean to cut you off.
It's fine.
I think that because you do have to have a license in food service to operate a food truck. That's I know that for a fact. So they may have thought since they had the license, and I'm not trying to stick on them, but this is what happens in business. We're talking about legal. This is what happens in business. A lot of times you get a license. Let's talk about food trucks. You get a license of food. You got to get a food serving license and everything, and just like a restaurant would have to do. And they thought that license, since it's a food truck, that the city or state, whatever they got the license from, knows that they're going to be traveling from place to place. And wherever the place is, that they're going to be setting up their food truck. So they might have thought in their mind that, hey, I got a food truck. I got a food truck license. I got a serving license, food license. City of Atlanta notice a food truck, whatever, and I'm just gonna drive around. They might have thought they was cleared by having that license. We're talking about legal, right?
I'm glad Lab brought it up. You want to know the key word Lab keeps saying?
Thoughts.
They thought. Your ass better know.
That's why I say thoughts.
You better know.
Okay.
And that's the thing about it, man. You know, but that's a great point. That's the whole point of this show. To sit here and understand the whole point of compliance, to get out of the thinking aspect. Because, like I always bring up, I learned in the military early. There's no excuse for ignorance. I didn't know. And by your ass not knowing can cost you thousands of dollars. So now you go to East and you don't see none of these vendors. And I'm from the school of thought. Like, look, man, I'm pretty sure somebody warned you. I'm pretty sure after several weeks of super success, if you didn't have the money to get in compliance, hey man, we doing okay.
You probably should have.
Let's go and get this shit get
right.
done. And we got a perfect example of these little stout bustle bound guys locking everybody up called ICE.
Oh my God.
Because we know Donald J told everybody 6 months ago, we're gonna get rid of all of them. We're gonna send them back. We're gonna get rid of them. And they knew it was coming.
But again, some of them were doing it legal. They just arrested a bunch of guys in Omaha. I'm going with the legal. They didn't thought. This guy didn't thought. They all had work permits and everything.
We ain't gonna focus on 1 out of 10,000. We ain't finna focus on 1 out of 10,000.
Okay.
Because you know what, you got people out here that got
we got eagle eye.
Yeah.
Eagle eye this thing.
Hey, no, we ain't gonna eagle eye this. We are not finna focus on the 1 out of 10,000.
Okay.
Because anything can happen, right? Yeah, you right about that. But most of the time, when stuff happens, when we're talking about folks get kind of caught up from a compliance standpoint, the shit went right.
Right.
There is some times folks like I got all my stuff together. That could be like you just said, transitional stuff. We applied. We supposed to have some kind of window to do that.
Right.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
And I'm not finna lie. But a lot of times, no, folks ain't did the right thing.
They ain't doing it the right way.
The great thing about that is what the conversation we're having today.
Right.
Because I'm so serious about this. When you get busy and you making money, it is very hard to go back and forth to get this stuff submitted to the city or submitted to the county or submitted to the state. You out here trying to make money. And you trying to remember this, remember that, and your presence is needed in your business.
Right.
Let's get the infrastructure together first.
Okay.
It's the same thing when you looking at building a house, infrastructure, get the foundation together. And we want to make sure we all this stuff, together. And so we're not thinking, we knowing what we got to do, right?
Okay.
So we start going through this essential legal sense for startups. The first thing, guys, you need to do, and we talk about this all the time, choose the right business structure.
Say hey to mama.
Hey, what's up, mama? What's going on?
Hey, mama.
You got to choose the right business structure.
Okay.
I know a lot of times people say, well, I give me an LLC or what's this, that, and that. Guys, I'm going to be brutally honest with you right now because I know there's videos. You start an S Corp, do a C Corp. Get you some kind of professional advice, not your friend advice. Because this is what people don't understand. And I can't stress it to you enough. Everybody's situation different. You got kids, I don't. I got a home, you don't. I have a job in addition to this business. You working 100% self-employed. You have other liabilities outside of this particular business that I don't have. There are different kind of constraints or different situations that everybody may have. So what a person told you, just our friends, hey, get your LLC, it may not be the best thing for you. Get professional advice from a business attorney, some accountant, somebody or some consultant. You can vet them. We're in the world of Google reviews and all that kind of stuff and everything. You can get a solid referral, whatever. But get somebody, because when you get a professional, they're going to ask you situational questions to come up with that answer.
And you know something I wanted to add to that, because I've been doing this a lot lately, trying to do some trademarks and stuff. There's a lot of companies out there that you pay them for the service, they'll do it for you, and they'll explain the steps as they go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to get some stuff trademarked. I want to get a couple other things, logos, trademark, and stuff like that. And the guy, and I want one more other thing I wanted to do. I can't remember what it was, but it was like $700-800. But when I talked to the guy a free consultant. I think it was like you do, maybe 2 or 3 minutes.
Uh-huh.
He's like, well, you need to do this, you need to do that. Sign up with me or sign up with our company. I think it was e-file, e-file, something like that.
Gotcha.
We'll file it up for you. We'll get the paperwork to you, and we'll send it back to you. You know what I'm saying? We'll do everything for you. Just pay this amount, whatever the fees are. Take care of that out the fee you pay us, and we'll be good to go. So
Gotcha.
there are companies out there that will help you along the way. If you just don't want to deal with it, they will deal with it for you and help you out.
And like I said, we're in the world of Google reviews, strong referrals and stuff like that. You can kind of vet them to find the legitimacy of them. But guys, you want to get a professional. Far too often people go, well, I got this and I got that. I mean, just call somebody. And don't be no cheap ass where you don't want to pay nobody. You got a call from one of my old homegirls about a month ago. Her husband and 3 of his partners, they want to sit here and talk with me. Book an appointment.
Right.
Oh, they don't understand why they got to pay $175 for 30 minutes. Well, shit, you don't do it.
You ain't got to.
You don't have to. Listen, man, listen. Don't get caught up so much into it where you feel like something isn't worth what you feel isn't worth it, and you try to dictate it. Don't let $100, $200 put you in the you don't want to pay that, cause you to pay a $2,000 damn fine.
Right.
Or you get some. I mean, I can't stress that enough.
Right.
Far too often people feel like they don't do it. I shared that story that time. The one guy with the t-shirt company. I can't justify paying $250 a month for bookkeeping, Deonte. I can't justify it. I'm like, man, it's not a justifying business. It's accounting business.
Right.
You ain't got to do it.
Right.
But what we do know, your book's fucked up.
And it's going to be more later on.
We do know your stuff ain't been done in 2 years.
Right.
We do know you can't get in the funding.
Right.
You try to justify to me. You need to be justifying that damn bank that won't deal with your ass because you don't have no financial statement.
Right.
Don't get caught up in that, guys. When I say this, find a professional, something that better do that, guys, don't get caught up in being, and I won't say being cheap, but you guys can, I mean, the world is so easy now. What's the market rate for a bookkeeper? What's the market rate for an accountant? You can figure that out. Just because you don't feel that's too much, you don't have to know everything. You just say, hey, man, just look it up. But don't, just because you don't feel that the work they're doing is worth that, that means nothing. Right. That means nothing. People don't pay me for what I do. They pay me for what I know. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. I know a lot of shit. So say you got to pay for that. Right. But that's the thing about it. Like I said, we're in a world, you can vet people real easy. But we start talking about those right bidding structures, the sole proprietorship, which is easy to start, but offers the least liability protection, the LLC limited liability company. It's most popular choice for small business to protect your personal assets and offer tax flexibility. S corporation or C corporation, best for businesses planning to raise capital or scale big. Quick tip: if you're not sure, start with an LLC, and it's simple and safe for most. I still go back to again, guys. Get a professional advice.
Slick say you get what you pay for. Let's talk radio. Let's talk American Radio says in a world of some experts without experience or qualifications, how would you get hired support?
How would you get hired support? What do you mean by hired support? As far as hiring somebody?
Yeah. How would you go by when you got all these experts? And that's true. You got all these experts with no experience, no qualifications, but they experts. We talked about that before.
For advice to get to hire somebody.
Yeah.
The number one thing people need to do if they're hiring somebody, take you a little time and draw what you want your employee to look like. If it's a certain age, if it's a certain attitude, if it's a certain whatever.
I think they meant like legal experts.
What you mean? How would you find somebody? No. I'm gonna get there. Okay. I'm gonna get there. And you need, the reason why I'm saying this, you need to really take your time and draw how you want your employee to look. They're a certain age, certain attitude, whatever, you know what I'm saying? That they need to be serious, they need to be energetic, they need to be a certain age, you know what I mean? And then from that point, when you sit there and talk to just say it's recruiters or anything like that, from that standpoint, you'll be able to tell them, this is what I want. See, when you put that stuff out, I need employees, they're going to get you what? An employee. But if you sit down and say, listen, I need this. That's what people drop the ball at all the time.
I need this.
Because they say, I want somebody to come work. I need some employees. You get what I'm saying, Leo?
Yeah, she said, let's talk American Radio says, how do you vet it? like vet, like say if I want to hire you as a CPA or accountant, how do I, if I want to hire you, how do I vet you as far as hiring you to work for my company? I guess
Again, it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I still got to know what I want.
Okay.
See, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
If we're an environment, let's say them one of them Silicon Valley companies,
Mm-hmm.
you know, where they rollerblade network,
Mm-hmm.
they're in there with scooters, walking around and, you know, drinking lattes all damn day. You know, they're looking for open-minded, free-thinking people because they're designing, making, and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A traditional CPA wouldn't be a good fit for them
Mm-hmm.
because their attitude will clash with. Makes sense?
Right. I get it.
But if you sitting there saying, okay, look, you know, this Goldman Sachs, this Lloyd, we need somebody that's serious,
Suited and booted. Right.
You coming there, hey, y'all, I'm Poochie. I'm Mr. Short Dollar. I probably wouldn't be the best fit.
Probably would be the best fit.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, so I think it still goes back to when we start talking about hiring practices, people need to know, you know, be less concerned with, especially with these restaurants and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get somebody in. You need to know who that person is, not the person that they're hiring. How does the person that work in your place? Do they need to be, hey, welcome to such and such, hey, da. You know, one of those, or you need, hey, excuse me, how you doing, sir? Y'all come on in. Super serious, casual, funny and spunky. The restaurant that you have is gonna vary. Makes sense what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
And then from that point, you can ask the questions to be able to get to that person.
Okay.
That's what people losing so much. We start talking about hiring. You know, when I had the salon, I knew what I needed. I needed somebody at least 30. I preferred 40 and up. Been in the game at least 10 years.
Okay.
Established clientele. Why? Because I didn't have foot traffic by the shop.
Okay.
You wanted more privacy than you needed business coming to
like
you.
Foot traffic.
So,
Yeah.
okay, so I knew how they look. Old school sister coming there. She don't want to be bothered. She ain't trying to be sociable with the ladies.
Right.
She want to come in.
That's my girl. That's what you need.
That's who I want. The girl come in straight out of school. I do lashes, this, that, that. Come there with her.
Right. Too much.
Because she didn't know well, two things. She didn't have established business enough because she might be high. This week ain't got no money. The other thing is, too, loud music, won't be respectful. You got a lot of people that been in the game for a minute. They respect for each other privacy, noise control, all that kind of stuff. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
So I'm renting out the spaces, but I know. So if I'm getting it, hey, I'm a lash tech just out of school, I can't have you in there. You ain't did that to me personally.
Right.
But I know how that person looks. So it's the same thing when you're hiring, spend time and understand. And typically the businesses, the businesses that thrive, when they do their interviewing process, you can be the most qualified. But because if they don't feel like you fit in their culture, be it right or wrong, fair or unfair, it probably is because at the end of the day, the wrong person can throw the whole machine off.
That's true.
Not being bad or anything like that. It's just you're not a good fit. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I would say start off spending time trying to figure out, you know, how that person.
And I guess you would, if you hiring a certain professional, legal, lawyer, or accountant, you would want them to fit within your structure too, right? Or you would want them to be. I guess you wouldn't have to know what you like. I need to know what the FCC rules is. You know what I'm saying? So you need somebody who's gonna know that stuff, or would you prefer somebody who's just gonna fit within the structure of the company that you have?
Well, you might need minimum qualifications.
Right.
If they got a degree,
right?
Certificate. You got them just your minimum qualification.
Okay.
That's it. That's in the job, any company.
Okay.
You know, just a degree, 3 years in the business, And then when you start going past that stage, then you start looking at your culture stuff. That makes sense.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? So you already got the minimum stuff first.
Okay.
And then we can sit and go through the other stuff from there. You know, then we can sit there and say, well, look, are you okay? We work late hours. You know, now, okay, because, you know, oh, no, I got to get home. My kids got this. That don't make anybody wrong.
Right.
But shit, that's what we do here. Right? So, you know, but those kind of things, just know how that person look. Again, tonight we're talking about legal essentials for startups. We're going to go through a whole way guide checklist and a blueprint on what you need to do if you're new in business. Because again, far too often, guys, people get into this. And I'm also going to put this list in the description section of the video on the YouTube channel. So if you came in the middle of it, or you had to leave and whatever, always go to the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar. Check out this video along with all the other 1,300 videos on the Mr. Short Dollar YouTube channel. And that way you'll be able to see, hold on 1 second. You don't see the list in its full entirety, right? The second thing is you got, and guys, feel free to call in 678-740-9894. Again, the call in number 678-740-9894. The second thing you need to do is make sure you register your business. So many times people will do the bear. They'll go get an LLC, post it on Facebook, everybody, whatever. You better get all the rest of that shit done. The business license for that local municipality. Remember, guys, the LLC is the creation of it, for that state. You have to, with any municipality, i.e. city or county, where you function, that you have to get a business license there where you have some kind of location going there. And even like to the point me and Last spoke on earlier, if you're like a food truck or something like that, you have to get like some kind of local vendor license to be able to function there.
Yeah, I went going through the local the business license out here recently. I'm trying to get that structure set up. But also I'm gonna throw one more else on there. You probably need to register with the Chamber of Commerce too. Like you have to, like it's a lot of things that you wouldn't even think that you would need to register with.
Well, you ain't got to register with the Chamber. The Chamber is an association.
Right.
But it's a great thing to have in regards to, like, if you're having it, having that set up. I always recommend get back on it, but I always recommend people join the Chamber. But one thing about it is just, this often what we're talking about. The chamber is always beneficial to you to join your local Chamber of Commerce, but be very, very mindful if you're not going to use them. That's the thing about it.
Right.
It'd be extremely beneficial to you to use them, go to the functions, and network. But if you do not use them, you're wasting your money.
Right.
That's the same thing you being 100 Black Men, NAACP, all this other kind of stuff, right? All these different NAMDA, all these different organizations. If you don't use them, you waste your money because nobody's going to reach out to you. Because you could be on their regular directory, but nobody really going to reach out to you.
Right.
But if you function and you're active, that's the thing about it. That's something I was just saying with that. I think a ton of organizations that can help you. But if you're not active with them, it's not going to benefit you.
Right.
It ain't going to benefit you at all. I think it'd be extremely beneficial to you to join your local chamber. But definitely, guys, I'm just saying, but far too often we get in our own way because I don't like talking to people. I don't like being around folks. I don't like doing this, that, and that. But you want folks to spend their money with you.
Right.
Again, we just got to get out of our own way. But the first thing being, okay, we talk about register your business, register with the state. That be your LLC, C Corp, S Corp, have that set up. Apply for your EIN or your tax ID numbers from the IRS. It's free. You don't really need that to open up your bank accounts and file your taxes. And check, check with them local license permits. And depending on your city or industry, you might need a business license, zoning permit, or a seller's permit, like we said before. So, guys, you want to make sure you're in full compliance, right? 6 Redbone says 28. What is the benefits to join the Chamber of Commerce? So I think I answered that question. I'm sorry. I probably answered it when it was coming in. I wasn't looking in.
Right.
But the benefit to join the chamber is just a network user from a local perspective. Most of your members of the chamber, they like to focus and interact with each other. You also are privy to information before it actually gets to the public from your local government and things like that. So it's always just it's going to be beneficial from a local business and dealing with relationship with local government, things that are coming down the pipe. You want to have certain things that can give you an opportunity to get exposure. But that's why I say going into it, any one of these organizations, you got to be active. I mean, all this stuff, even like with 100, man, like, his brother was out there the same shit I always tell you. They going out getting out of their car. It's like, they cool, man. Damn, bro, come to the bar.
Right.
You gave me a car. I don't know you. Like, and I'm going to be honest with you. When you get the, depending on where you at success-wise, that's typically how it is, man. Nobody ain't going to just deal with you.
Just because?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you meet somebody, just say, if they Masonic, their fraternity, their sorority, like, you got affiliation. What's up, bro? What's going on?
Right.
This, that, and that. But we still ain't finna just break no bread. We just know we got affiliation, and that creates a conversation. Then we can sit here and talk and see if we get a relationship with them. We ain't about just finna do that stuff with you. Right. That has some kind of establishment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like somebody just, I've been to all these little, networking places, everybody getting our cars. You ain't got no damn money. I ain't, you ain't, you ain't been doing I ain't no patty cake level. But, and I don't want to knock nobody, But understand that's the key. Relationships. Relationships. Okay, cool. I seen that sister a couple places. Yeah, she on top of her stuff. That brother, that pretty solid and everything. Now we starting to interact, got a relationship going from there.
Okay.
But understand, guys, you go to these places, just want to hand out business cards and stuff like that. Unless somebody directly needs you, it's gonna be tough. I mean, it's just how that stuff goes with a relationship.
Unless you can establish a need that you know what I'm saying, like I mean, like what we say, you can establish that once you have the conversation with them and establish that they might need you. Once you have the conversation a little bit, get to going and have a drink or whatever, they might decide they need you.
But that's a relationship.
Right, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the thing about it. Use your state small business portal to check what licenses are required. They vary from state to state, but definitely if not every state, you use your local municipality. What I mean by local municipality, that means your city's website, your county's website, because like here, in Metro Atlanta, depending on how some counties require you to register your business license with them. Some cities within those counties, once you get a business license with them, you don't have to do it with the county. So you have to find out from a compliance standpoint how they go, right? So just make sure you register that business. The third thing, you got to protect your intellectual property. Lab just talking about trademarks, your business name. Check trademark availability before you register it. Use the USPTO.gov website. Logo and slogan, consider trademarking to prevent others from copyrighting your brand identity. Content and creations, copyright and protect digital products with written material and original work. Inventions and softwares, make sure you get patents to protect new inventions or unique tech solutions. Guys, don't get comfortable. Do not get comfortable. Do not think your ass is unique.
That's
all
right.
the time. Well, man, they stole my this. They stole. I ain't steal shit. I own this.
Right.
I own this. I had a couple years ago. I just got it back. WDA Investments. My holding company. Where I would get the property with vending things. We bought that and had that in there. My ass slipped and didn't have that on the damn auto renew. Somebody bought it.
Oh wow.
Somebody bought it. And I got websites, emails, all kind of different. I got the damn the Bitcoin account. I got the damn so all those real estate groups and stuff registered. All this shit like, and none of it. All those forwarded emails, the info at WDA-Invest, it was gone. Somebody bought it because my ass didn't do the shit I'm always telling people to do.
Right.
Get on top of it. You're too busy with it, have it already on auto renew. Right. Even if the auto renew get rejected, you'll get some kind of notice. Right. So let me get this together. Got some kind of grace period, right? Make sure you have that stuff protect your thing. Do not feel like you're unique. I hear people all the time like, man, I got this little thing coming. I ain't gonna share it with y'all. Hey, you better learn how to sell that shit. Want that buzz?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, people so often think that, hey, the stuff you worried about is really not gonna be having no impact. You need to be worrying about this from a structure standpoint. You don't lose anything, right?
Yeah.
Let
me say something real quick. As somebody who's going through all this, who's been going through this for a little while, at least for the last 6 or 7 months, the trademark and business name and all registering all that stuff with the government and all that stuff. It is a process and it does take time. And it's expensive. Trademarking is expensive. I'm not gonna even lie to you, like doing your slogans and stuff, copywriting your slogans, that's expensive. Those are expensive things. Trust me, I've got two or three slogans from Mr. Israel that I've been trying to trademark for a long time, but the money is just not right. But you got to look into these things. You got to see where it's at, and you got to see where you may have to step away for a second to come back. But if you own a business and you want to make sure that business is prosperous, no matter how long it takes to get prosperous, and nobody can steal your name or steal your copyright, steal your slogan, you have to do these things.
We got my old assistant, Joni. But Joni always say something to me, always stick with me. You never know who watch.
That's right.
And I remember when I came out of my divorce, and I was kind of BSing with stuff with the Riverdale office. I was like, hey man, why I do this? Like, she's like, hey D, you don't know who watching. And that always stuck with me, right? Because to last point, people can sit here and look, and your mind aspect is on growing your business and being prosperous.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't bother nobody. You good.
Mm-hmm.
But people are conniving. Who the hell thought about a WDA invest?
Right. Exactly.
Who thought about it?
I'm gonna give you one.
I had to think almost 15, well, almost 20 years.
I'm gonna give you one good example. Website domains.
That's what I'm
People
talking about,
buy website domains all the time.
But that's what I'm talking about. Like, they bought it.
Right. Oh, okay.
That's what I'm talking about. I didn't have it on auto renew with GoDaddy.
Okay.
And they bought it. My website, all those damn all them logins I have for other things, all this shit is gone because I had to forward the email address off the domain.
Oh, okay.
Think about that, man.
Right,
That was so much stuff tied to that.
Right.
Because I didn't have the shit on auto renew.
Mm-hmm.
And so when it came up, oh damn, man, that's right. The shit gone.
Yeah.
I just got it back.
Yeah. But it's one of those things that you don't really think about once you get in the thick of the business.
I had the business almost 20 years.
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm saying? And that just go back to, just being able to protect your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, your mind is just on focus on growing.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell was looking at my shit? Like,
yeah.
Somebody was.
Yeah.
That's why I said do not take people lightly.
Mm-hmm. You know how many tons of Misfits radio and Misfits Media Group that popped up in the last 4 or 5 years?
Ready to be. You know what I'm saying? And as the grow, like, especially if you, again, stop thinking your damn name and your thing is
unique.
Yeah.
All this stuff trade.
It's so many fake Mr. Short dollars. Right. Gotta protect yourself. The next thing is, guys, draft core legal documents, right? Draft core legal documents. Before I get running my mouth for this, this is very, very important that you, especially if you got anything that's, I don't want to say complicated, get your profession, right? In the world of Google, what the problem with Google is, when we start talking about legal documents, Google does not necessarily, or even ChatGPT is close, but it's still not the same. It cannot replace an attorney. The attorney knows local laws. Mm-hmm. Contracts in the state of Georgia, California, Alabama, New York, and Florida, state contract laws are different. So what is deemed legal and right in this state may not be deemed in another. Mm-hmm. You want to have a person in place, a professional, preferably a lawyer, that knows how to look at this stuff to say, this is what you need.
And hopefully they can blanket all the states that you gonna do business in and have it covered in one shot. That's why I was saying about that. And I don't want to get on my soapbox and preach about I'm not endorsing any of them, but a lot of those companies will do that for you. They'll cover the states you're going in. Miss Wisdom says, I'm starting a baking business and now realizing the cost of everything. Thinking now on how to gain a profit, I have to count all it takes to bake and package baking goods. Thank you for the talk.
Ms. Wisdom, make sure you go to the video we did on break-even analysis. Mm-hmm. Break-even analysis, balance sheets. It is very, very important for anybody that's selling things at a unit price, i.e. cakes, i.e. cookies, to understand how to, segregate it and know how many cakes and baking. All you got to do to break even. So definitely check out the video on break-even analysis. Give them that formula. I got a lot of videos in regards, especially for entrepreneurs, for the math side. Mm-hmm. So you'll be able to know, okay, this is what I need to do. Because far too often people, they're not looking at the mathematics.
Right.
They staying busy, but they ain't making no money.
Know how much flour costs.
Yeah, exactly. So definitely check that video out. And I appreciate you tuning in. We started talking about drafting core legal documents, the operating agreement for LLCs, outlines ownership and decision-making rules, partnership agreement, which is very crucial if you're starting your business with somebody else, client contracts, you set expectations, payments, and legal boundaries up front, privacy policy in terms of use, required if you collect user data or on your website. Mm-hmm. Guys, if you ever check out my website, the YouTube videos, I got that legal disclaimer. Mm-hmm. These grants are not mine. Mm-hmm. We're doing this for informational purposes.
Right.
The videos we put here are on here to help you out this, that, and that. I'm not selling anything.
Right.
We're getting all that stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's on every damn video on Mr. Short Dollar.
Most definitely.
So you sit there and see that when it comes up, whatever. Not that I'm trying to sit here and get over on anybody. I'm letting you know that's the disclaimer.
Right.
I vet them,
and
I stand on I vet them. but they're not mine. My name ain't Coca-Cola. My name ain't Nabisco,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's who brand it is. But I vetted to make sure, okay, this is a legitimate grant, come from a company, and I've looked into it and cool, and I'm gonna share it with you. But it's not mine, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just put that quick disclaimer.
Mm-hmm.
That's on every video, right? You got to make sure you have that stuff in place. Templates are helpful to start with, but get a lawyer and review everything. Guys, I can't stress it to you enough. Like Lab just said, what's the business Zoom? The one you just said,
legal
Zoom,
yeah.
Zoom. They have something like you just said. It's kind of trying to get the damn word.
They cover all aspects of whatever you're looking for. A lot of times they can draw you a package up for it. Now let me just disclaimer: these are not cheap packages, but you're getting a lot covered.
But shit, the lawyer ain't cheap,
right? Right. But and then you have to look at the fine print, because on some of them, like when I'm just throwing out one, like the LLC. When I looked at the LLC, I was like, okay. But what happened was I didn't like the fine print, because they were saying that you have to do this. You have to do this. That one of their people will go and file for me, but it would be like they're part of the company, and then I get, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I didn't want that. I didn't like the wording on that. You get what I'm saying? So those are little things you have to look at. You can't just pick one and say, okay, I'm gonna do this one. But look at that fine print and figure out what it is.
I bet you $100 I know what happened though, Lab. You probably could have went through with it.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't use them as a registered agent.
Right.
Now if you say, okay, I don't want this registered agent, and I want myself to be a registered agent, because that's usually what happens is a lot of them come in like a legal zone. They'll charge a little extra just to be a registered agent. That means in the event the company is sued, they'll reach out to them.
Right. Okay.
Okay. And you know what that does? That allows you to not have to put your personal address on there as the owner of the company.
Yeah, that's exactly what it said.
That's exactly what it is. But see, if you have yourself listed as a registered agent, now as a person, you talk to the person who sued people. Now I know, okay, that's his address.
Right.
Because it lists as a registered agent.
I just had that recently happen like a month ago.
Yeah.
Somebody sent suing for Miss Rail saying I needed to garnish somebody's wages. There's no employees here.
Yeah.
But somebody put us down as they worked for us. I guess they went through the Google and say, any, meeny, miny, mo.
Yeah.
And then they sent us paperwork saying we had to file this stuff, saying garnish their wages. And I'm like, nobody works for us.
And you just want to separate got that letter. But you get my point.
Right.
That's typically like we just had a registered agent. And the benefit of that is you don't list your personal information.
Right.
But you got to pay extra for the registered agent. And that's the way to get around that. But man, that's a great point. But definitely, guys, listen, get solid legal.
Miss Wisdom said, my baked goods are really good. I would love for you to taste my cakes, Brother Dollar.
I appreciate that. Hey, listen, Miss Wisdom, I appreciate that. Listen, all the contact information is in the description section of every video. Reach out to us. I love it. Hey, listen, if they so delicious, I eat them and on the live, me and DJ Lab will share it, and we'll tell everybody about it. Everybody about it.
Send them to you.
Yeah, so just reach out to us or look in the description section of the video. See the office contact. You can go to the website address, all the contact info with that. But we'd love to try it out, Ms. Wisdom.
Now Lisa Moore said, "Hey family, that's Rick's cousin. Hey Cookie, how you doing?
What's up, Cookie? What's happening?
That's right.
Again, guys, tonight we're talking about legal essentials for business startups, guys. Right now, we're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. The main hub is the Mr. Short Dollar YouTube channel. Feel free to leave comments in the chat. Also, guys, if you want to, make sure that I just missed on something. Also, if you want to, guys, you can call in 678-740-9894. I just seen something. Somebody left a comment here. You would think I'm from the Middle East, the way I rack these bands up.
What? Oh,
I wasn't even ready for that.
That was a good one. Hey, you went on ahead and read it. That was a good one. Whoever that was a good one. I give you that one.
That bullshit. Got on my damn feet. That shit in my feet, no damn.
It's better than the caller.
Hey, you think that? Hey, I think I'm gonna get some real heavy.
But it's better than the caller, though. We'll take that over the call any day.
Who was that? Who the hell was that? What's this? LG? I can't even pronounce it. Appreciate the comment, man. Don't do that shit no more. Don't do that shit no more at all.
Ms. Wisdom say, how can you create a DBA with the LLC?
Oh, very easy. What I want you to do, that's not something I can explain to you right now on the show. But if you go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube, I have an in-depth video called, how to set up a DBA. What is the DBA? So if you go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube, whole video, got the forms, everything, set up a DBA or doing business as. So that's like I say, guys, I got it.
He got you covered. He got you covered.
Hey, with 175 for 30 minutes, 210 an hour.
Yeah.
The videos are free.
The videos are
free. Just go to the YouTube channel, put in a search on the channel, DBA.
All we ask you to like, share, and subscribe.
Oh, that's it.
Share, and subscribe. Send them to your friends. Let them like, share, and subscribe too.
Hey, I got and actually I did a whole PowerPoint presentation on the DBA.
Oh, okay.
So look, just go there.
Right.
There's no question, but yeah, that's a little bit more in depth than what the subject matter we're talking about today. Now again, we're talking about legal essentials for startups. About losing my damn train of thought for a second. Lastly, guys, is separate your business and personal finance. Separate your business and personal finance. Guys, one of the biggest things that ding businesses, guys, is that they co-mingle personal and business. I understand. You first starting up, I got to rob Peter, pay Paul, pull a little money from here to cover this. I get it. But understand the dangers that come along with that. Because in your mind, I have this LLC that protects myself. But if you're using a bank account that you use for personal shit and business shit, you have taken away that veil. I'm just saying.
Right.
You have taken away that veil.
Okay.
I'm just being serious. That's why I say, guys, it's so important you get you some kind of professional. You come to me, you can go to an attorney, whoever, or something. I mean, it does get somebody, a professional. And because what you think, like my brother Lab just said, and what you know to be real or know to be true, be two different things. I didn't know. Nobody cares about what you didn't know.
Right.
Nobody cares. And you can have the most honest, innocent intentions. But if shit ain't right, nothing you can do about it.
Google your best friend until you need to get the professional. Then you got to go to the professional. But if you're sitting in your business and you're thinking about something, go ahead and Google and see if that's the case. Because I sit up and think about stuff all the time in my small business. I said, I need to trademark some stuff. So I go look into trademark. I need to copyright this. So I go look into copyright. Because if it's on your mind, it may be something that you really need to address.
Yeah, and it may not be, to the last point, it may not even be an issue for you.
Right.
But you at least looked it up.
Right.
We start talking about separate your business and personal finances. Open a business bank account under your business name. Keep your personal money and your business money separate to avoid those tax and legal problems. Get business insurance, general liability or professional liability, depending on what you do. Guys, you think your ass ain't got no money. You think you ain't got no money. Let somebody slip and fall. Let you transpose some numbers. Let you do something wrong where it involves somebody else. When I get them phone calls, hey, Deonte, this and that was done wrong. You might need, I'd be lying to you say they're mistakes. And 99.9% of the time, it's something I can go back and fix and change. But in an event, it's something like that, well, look, we got to put a claim in. I can sleep at night. Why? Because I got liability insurance.
Right.
So those kind of things, in my mind, I done damn this my taxes $400-600 damn dollars, but they can end up being damn $4,000-6,000 damn problem, and I ain't got that covered. Think you ain't got no damn money, get your ass sued. You find out real quick, and then like I said, depending on how the structure is, now they're going after your personal stuff.
Right.
Be smart. So listen, guys, real quick, legal checklist: choose and register to business structure, get that tax ID number, apply for all your licenses and permits. Trademark your name or logo, write contracts and agreements, open a business bank account, and get insurance. Guys, I will make, again, in the description section of the video on the YouTube channel, you'll see these lists, okay? Guys, the right legal foundation isn't about protection, it's about professionalism. Handle the paperwork now so you're free to focus on your profit later. From the mind and the mouth of Mr. Short Dollar.
That's right.
I'm back. I miss you guys. Let me tell y'all something. He ain't saying nothing about it, but I got to tell you, man. My brother DJ Lab and the West Side Mystery, the Mysteries Radio and TV. We want to congratulate them. We just got how many? Over 1,000
over
subscribers.
1,000 subscribers in the last month.
Hey, 1,000 subscribers last month. Views going up. So listen, I know y'all love looking at me. I know you love looking at the show. Go subscribe to Mysteries Radio and TV.
That's right.
All right, listen, we got all my other brothers and sisters on the station. We got a lot of great shows you guys take advantage of. So I definitely want you guys to go there and check it out. Yeah, I got a TikTok, baby.
No, yeah, we do got a TikTok. Slick control TikTok. I've never seen it, but she said it'd be going up. So she put like clips of everybody's shows on there.
So for some fact, I answered the question. I ain't followed, so I need to get that.
Yeah.
The Instagram we have the most traction, and the YouTube channel, definitely go there. Check it out on all the platforms, guys. But I just want to give a big shout out to Lab.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Reek. And, I'm just saying Don.
Miss Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah, Miss Mix-a-Lot, man.
We don't use the government.
Yeah, Miss Mix-a-Lot. Damn, I'm sorry, Miss Mix-a-Lot. I sound like damn. Don will be sitting there damn thinking, what's up? I just pulled a Miss Mix-a-Lot.
Right. They be baby steps, to some, but they be large steps to us because we've been doing this for a very long time, and it seems like in the last 6 or 7 months, the traction has been picking up because we don't, Misfits Radio on all our shows. We don't do a lot of mess. We try to give you information, especially when it comes to our people, that you can use, you can, move forward with. So we don't do a lot of mess. Now we laugh at stuff and have a good time, but to see the traction pick up a little bit has, it the other day kind of warmed my heart because you be doing something so long and you be like, man, ain't nothing happening. You know what I'm saying? It's time, like even with small businesses, we think we got the best chicken, like we always say, and ain't nobody coming in the doors. So we ain't, you know what I'm saying? We ain't doing something right. We just haven't figured out what's that formula. So that's all it is.
Well, what it is, man, success gonna come to the people that are going to do it to the end.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at the end of the day, if it were easy, everybody do it.
Right.
So people get started so often, and you see folks post this, we did this, all the successes, but when the bullshit and stuff happen, or things ain't going fast enough, they disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Stay down.
Mm-hmm.
I say all the time, we knocking, we
right.
driving.
Right.
I'm trying to get that 100K for the end of the year. But I remember for years, you still got your little YouTube channel.
Right.
You still got your little tax business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just people sit there and look, and if they hating, not whatever, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think a lot of times people, I don't think people hating.
Mm-hmm.
It's just my mind, I'm trying to get here.
Right.
And they mind, they just like, he's just doing some shit.
Just doing something.
Yeah.
It's a hobby.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's not for them to see. It's for me to see. It's for me to believe. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you got that, and we say it all the time on here. We were kicking up dust for several years, just turning over rocks trying to see what to do.
Yeah.
And that one or two videos that shot you to the moon, we was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it wasn't even something I don't know if you thought about that, but it was just kind of something you just put out there.
Hell no. But that's the whole thing about it. When I say here, I don't be sitting here making no videos, do this and get that,
right.
do this and get that, because the shit I've put a lot of thought into might didn't do that.
Right.
And the most BS stuff people go crazy about.
Right.
And everything. Man, I look at the fish pond video.
Mm-hmm.
I did a video yesterday with the fish pond in my garden.
I saw
about 2,000 views on that damn video.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 30-some seconds. Let you know, man. And that was like when I looked earlier, it might be more than that now. So I just say it like then the ones I'm talking about fatherhood and black men.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, ain't about that. So no. But again, I want to give a big shout out to Lab, Reek, and Miss Mix-a-Lot. Yeah, man. Congratulations, man. And you gotta get a chance to go subscribe. But also, get back on my selfish hat. We had 86,000 subscribers on Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. We had Project 90,000.
That's right.
Project 90K. Go to Mr. Short on YouTube so we hit that 90,000, guys. We chopping wood.
That's right.
We chopping wood. We've been kind of stagnant for a couple months.
Right.
But we chopping wood. We're gonna try to get that 90,000 before the end of. We're at 86,000. We're gonna try to get that 90,000 for the end of the month. So help me, guys. Help me. You will change your lives. I think we're at 26,000. We'll change the lives. I'll be back in the lab. But I've been doing little snippets here and there
Slick say it's cute and calm in your pond. Your
Oh, hey man, hey, I'm proud of myself. Damn, fish started about an inch long. They all about 4 or 5 inches.
Right.
Hey, I got the big old zucchini and all that stuff. Well, the key thing with the garden lab, me and Will started the garden last year.
Right, I remember that.
And we should have started in April.
Okay.
So we're ahead of the curve. So now everything's coming and stuff. We, because we didn't know what the hell we were doing.
Right.
But like now, man, and what I'm seeing now with everything growing, I ain't got enough damn room. A lot of shit I got now.
They got moved stuff around.
Yeah. Can't move that around. Just got to deal with it. Just next year.
Okay.
You're learning and everything. So it's been cool. And the only project I did in my yard this year, I planted these perennials. 11 different mounds around my backyard. So they starting to sprout.
Okay.
I'm trying to make this colorful oasis.
Okay.
That's real player type shit. You know what I'm saying? You look at, I got red, yellow, blue.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you come in the yard, I got the tiki lamps. You light it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just
common oasis.
Just feel good. Just feel good, man. But, hey, man, great show tonight. Love you all. Be safe. Thanks for tuning in. Got any questions, comments, concerns? Make sure you go to the YouTube channel. Leave it in the comment section. But also, like I said, if you want to reach out, all the contact information is in the description section of each video. All right. Love you all. Be safe. Talk with you soon.